Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, everybody. So this is the last week of this is the last week, yeah. Yeah, last week of May. Analysis. This is a live analysis. For the participants on the Zoom call, just for purposes of keeping the time at an hour for YouTube. Go ahead and hold your questions until the end. And then we'll talk about some stuff at the end there. But other than that, yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna open us in prayer. All right, dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this beautiful life that we get to live. We thank you so much for the jobs that we get to work, even though they're not our favorite, Lord, that they still provide for us and we can still you know, do the things that we need to do, our necessities. God, is all of that is grace, by your grace, God. We just thank you for that, Lord. We thank you for the skill set of Forex. We thank you that we get to learn every day, that we get to be challenged by something that continuously opens our mind and ultimately turns our faces towards you, because you're just so evident in everything, especially when we're going through challenges. Lord, I pray that you would just bless this Zoom call, bless the people on the Zoom call, bless the people watching this on YouTube, Lord. Just bless them with your grace, your insight, your wisdom, Lord. Just patience to trade this week in the markets and to be able to see the markets with clarity, God. Lord, I pray all these things in your name. Amen. Okay. And if I get quiet, it's because this is like literally live, so I'm thinking. So just a heads up. 26. Okay, so let's first off start with a little bit of like we're just gonna look at our analysis last week and how it played out. I have not looked at the dollar too much. It's just been kind of consolidating. So let's see if it broke out Friday. No, not really. I mean, yeah, definitely didn't even break this low here. But it looks like it's doing the same thing that it did here. That it will eventually break out and just fall, either to make a new low or and to go deeper into that monthly range we have been talking about, or it could just create a double bottom and just start heading up. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, so this was our weekly order block that we had last week. It looks like it hit 78, just about, almost to the 78. So, and it looks like it's starting to reject that level, but like we just saw in a lower time frame, it's still, this 4-hour low is still holding a bearish order block here. It looks like to me it wants to push lower, but once again, and interest rates were rising, I believe, at the end of last week as well, which is why the which is what helped the indices start falling again. So this is basically like I could almost copy and paste this for this next week. I feel like that's what the dollar's been doing this whole month, is just like consolidating in that area. Um, okay, and we're also coming into the last week of the month too. So I mean, irrespective of this low so far, it's going to be interesting to see what it do. Um, if the interest rates keep going up, I would think that price would just keep pushing up, but we're still kind of in the middle here. Even if price comes lower, like said last week, it's still bullish if it comes down into here, because this is the range on the monthly time frame. Um, so yeah, so basically from here we could see a continuation. So like, remember how this didn't hit the 78 completely? So I think that, I'm just gonna fib that again. I think that if we get a bearish week, we could see like Sunday open like this. We could see Sunday open look like this, kind of goes down a little bit, you know, to like Monday morning. And then it goes up and sweeps last week's high and also hitting the 78. And then it goes down. How far it's going to go down, I don't know. Um, I would say that you would just want to catch, like if you are going to catch a bearish move, you would want to catch it right here. Whether this happens like on Monday and it's going to bounce here by Tuesday, Wednesday, and then go up for the rest of the week, or this is actually Tuesday, Wednesday. So like this is like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then it just like by Friday's close, it's gonna like hit double bottom area and then probably come up a little bit. So those are like two things that I could see. Because if this is bullish and not gonna give us a bearish week, this is gonna get swept. I know that for a fact. 100%. I mean, that's what it's been doing this whole time, is literally creating liquidity for itself to move. Um, So I'm just gonna mark that. It took buy side right here. So it's definitely seeking sell side. Maybe some internal low in here is enough for it. But we just want to wait until it grabs one of the sides. We could just get like a Sunday, Monday like this, and then Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, I think I already said that. Yeah, but you get the idea. That's what the double bottom would look like. So it's very important. I feel like recently I haven't even wanted to trade until like Wednesday, Thursday. It's just too much guessing, to be completely honest. Like especially Monday, I could see trading on Sunday, um, just because power of three. But I don't know. I feel like I just need to wait until I see some sort of liquidity swept, which for the weekly move, like I don't know, I just like trading the weekly swing, I guess you could say. I guess you could call it. Um, so option one, it looks like price is going to continue selling. That's what it looks like. Okay, so this would be our bearish scenario. And I'm not going to put make a new low or double bottom because I feel like that's not something you need to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Like you should be already out of the trade. Um, if you're scalping at least, I don't know, intraday as well, I think you should be out of the trade. Um, like for example, did I delete my? I may have deleted it already, but where was it? So like right here, I caught a sell right here. I knew it was gonna go down to Sunday open, but I was out of the trade right here. It's just like you don't need to try and guess where. Like I was confident that it was gonna do that, but I know that it doesn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? It could have easily just like swept this low or use this as support. So you should like already be out of the trade. So don't like stress about like knowing exactly where it's gonna go. You just need to know the direction, if that makes sense, and just take a piece of it. That would be bullish peak. Um, this would just be like a continuation of this 4 hour structure. Like it would just like keep consolidating most. But let me just zoom out real quick and look at some more. You could consider these equal lows, relative equal lows. I'm kind of just like looking at the liquidity real quick to see what we got. Um, It took here, it took here. And tapped this order block. And then it's broken structure to the upside. So, yeah. Just gonna mark that weekly high because weekly highs are a very important level of liquidity. So it's not that far away. Like it could just trend and then sweep. Have equal highs right here. That would possibly be a good setup right here, actually. So if this holds right here, or if price in general, like even if it just breaks this, but price comes up again in this trend and sweeps those equal highs and takes the 78 and you get a, just gonna use my pen real quick, this is not gonna look pretty, but if price like comes up here and sweeps this level, this 78, and then it comes down and immediately breaks structure, you have your market structure shift. You're going to have some displacement in here, and then it's going to come up and retrace and then sell. So that would possibly be a good position right here, actually, that I could see happening potentially. Again, you don't want to like guess whether or not it's going to go below. You don't want to guess whether or not it's going to bounce. You just want to get out probably at like some internal low in here. Just like this one came down. Could get out here or the fill, this imbalance. Up to you. But that could definitely be a little setup right there. So I think I can actually trade the dollar index as well. On Forex. I do futures now too, which is dope. I like Forex better, but okay, so I just set an alert right there. So yeah, overall, it looks like price wants to keep selling, but the higher time frame structure is still bullish. So we're gonna have to wait and see what it does. All right, so let's do US 30 next. I'm excited for this pair next week. Um, this one moves so much different than Nasdaq this week, like completely different. It never made it to our negative 27 that we talked about last week. I deleted it, but Nas did. Yeah, it did, and then some. Um, but it did retrace into our areas that we were looking for a possible buy, but it just kept going. So we have a bearish weekly order block now. And if we go to the monthly time frame, this monthly order block that we have been having our eye on. This is clearly a stop rate. Because of the way it's rejecting, and I think it's possible it might happen on the other indexes, but US 30 is a little bit different and is definitely a stop rate. So I do think that this is going to actually end up selling way deeper. So that being said, we have our order block that we're going to go ahead and fib. And you've got your golden zone. I highly doubt it's going to make it here, honestly. Okay, so last time we had like a sell-off environment. I don't I don't know if this is going to be the same just because of Iran's not attacking Israel anymore, but it obviously sold pretty significantly, which is like it looks very similar to it. So last time that this was happening, price wasn't giving full retracements. It was literally just creating like let's just go back. It was just taking internal liquidity and just going. So you have a sweep here, you have a sweep here. This one's an order block. Sweep. So let's see, Friday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah. But like once it was gone, it was gone. So just watch out. And it always like sold off later in the week. If you guys noticed that. So it like consolidated, it created internal liquidity. It didn't necessarily go and like retrace its own weekly movements before selling off again. So that being said, I highly doubt it's going to make it to these points of interest right here. So basically, that's what we would like to anticipate. So I'll put that in there anyway. Okay, so I'm just gonna delete these because I know that you guys see them already. I'm just trying to find another point of possible displacement. Oopsie. Maybe right here is our best bet, but that's a huge gap, so it doesn't really help us. Okay, so we have stop rate. Yeah, price goes down, breaks the low immediately. And then has created this gap from here to here. from here to here. So somewhere in here, price is going to I'm going to say should come up um, and give us an opportunity to enter a sell. So price could literally consolidate and then literally wick it's tiny bit in this gap and it'll still sell off. Um, but let's fib the weekly candle to give us some more confluence. Yeah, it's so high. That'd be cool if it came up here, but I don't know. We shall see. So yeah, so obviously I'm leaning bearish on US 30. Um, okay, please don't come for my spelling. I was not a English person, okay? I was math, clearly. Um, it's possible that we could get a let me just look at the monthly report again. Okay. So a bearish week would look like this, somewhere retrace all the way up, maybe 50%. Um, and sell off. So whatever this is going to look like by Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe even Thursday, um, it could look like a complete consolidation and then price sleeps and then goes without having to come up all the way over here, which that's what it did last time, that it was selling off significantly. Okay. So okay, so those are both bearish. So this will be bullish. Because sometimes this happens where price wants to take all week to retrace instead of just the beginning of the week. So that would kind of look like this. And then like the following week, it would like sell off if it was going to sell off again. But I am biased for it to sell this week because when US 30 starts crumbling, it starts crumbling. Okay. These charts just look so different right now. This one's looking bearish and this one is looking bullish. Not that this price can't come and smash through this order block right here, but I mean, I guess you could say it's bearish for now. All right, so I'm going to start my analysis with this 3-week order block. So we were last week getting price to like break down. I was actually looking to sell this on Friday, but it didn't end up moving just because obviously you can see here that price first off needs to sell just even just to retrace the bullish pressure that it's been having. So we had a move to the downside that broke this 4-hour low. And then there is plenty of displacement and price came up into here perfectly. So in order to continue bullish, it does need to go lower. So I'm also kind of bearish on this chart as well. So it kind of just depends. It's hard to know right now what it wants to do. I don't see, because if they're going to be on a bull run again on the Nasdaq, it's kind of like I don't sell that. You know what I'm saying? Like I do, but I just wait for like the liquidity sweeps because they happen so fast. And that's why when I did sell last week, I like took profit at that low because I know how Nasdaq is. Like you see how it comes down here and it wicks so fast. Like I don't want to get caught in that. I'd rather just wait for it to wick and then buy. So please be aware of that. Even though my analysis, my bias right now is bearish. So so the bond yields are also a good chart to have when it comes to the Nasdaq. Um, I mean, just the indexes in general, because these will move in opposition to each other. Because the higher the interest rate, the more people are going to want to put their money into it instead of stocks, because government bonds are a safer investment, um, to my knowledge, because they're government backed. So this is also a helpful chart to have. I know there's other ones. There's like 30-year ones and stuff like that. I usually just look at the 10. Okay, so this is definitely something to note. Price. Honestly, on Friday, this is what I was waiting for, is for this to get swept, but it never did. So, and then it broke a low, which is cool because if this sweeps after breaking the low, then that is what you would call a stop rate schematic, and those are very high probability setups. But we're going to keep this marked. So basically, I think that like price could enter or open lower and then sweep. This is your Tuesday, Wednesday. And then we could just continue down. This may even happen on Sunday, to be completely real, which would be cool. So we'll just have to wait and see when. Timing is important on this because maybe this happens on Sunday and this is your Tuesday right here. Comes down and sweeps these equal lows. And then we get a continuation up, or maybe just into here and down. But mostly I am biased for the sell this week. I haven't even checked news yet. We need to do that next. Yeah, I mean, we got a long way to go until we get to these PYs, but like I said, got relative equal lows right here, which could definitely be a target on sell side. Um, oh, look at that. That's beautiful. You have buy side to sell side. This is sell side too, just so we know. Um, so you could get something like buy side to sell side, right? And then it comes up and gives you some sort of consolidation, sweeps its own internal liquidity, and then goes for another longer term. So then you have another buy side sweep into a sell side sweep, because we know the price literally just bounces between sell side and buy side in order to get where it goes. I'm going to screenshot that. I don't know if that's how it's going to play out, but that looks pretty good to me. Okay, I'm going to have to delete this now because I don't want it. Not good to get stuck on exactly how you think price is going to move, because does it really ever do exactly what you think? No, you need your mind to be more fluid, if that makes sense. All right, now let's look at the news. Let's see. It hmm. Seems like a pretty boring week. This is really important. Pending home sales. Oh, this is really important too. Hmm. So this is basically like CPI, but specifically for like consumers, not like companies and businesses and stuff like that. Okay, well, it's not the most exciting week, but hopefully it'll get us some action. It's also the end of the month, so you just sometimes the last week of the month isn't very volatile. Um, I mean, we've got a wick on both sides, so we'll have to see. Yeah, crude oil. I haven't checked the oil chart in forever. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're good to go. Um, we're under we're under an hour too, so we can do questions on here. Do you have any questions, Rob? Otherwise, that's it.
Um, no, I don't have any questions right now. I've just been working, so I'm gonna go back and watch the video again. If I do have any questions, I could can I DM you
Yeah, for
on
sure. Yeah,
Okay, cool, thank you.
you're welcome. Sweet. All right, guys, cool. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful to you. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and share, subscribe, like, comment, anything. We want to hit that algorithm. We definitely want to be the light in this dark industry. So that would be amazing if you would do that for us. Other than that, join our Discord, get with the community because we're growing fast and we'd love to have you there. So, all right, everybody, have a good last week of May. I'll see you in the charts.